Sorry you had to see me like this. It's been a few days since we read the last 20 chapters of Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. It was just so boring. Hopefully your journey through our Biblioteca of Duke will prove more eventful than the book itself.
Get a whiff of that. The musty smell of a disgusting book. Something real slimy this way comes. Welcome back to Perusing Stinky Tomes.
Ponder me this, listener. What if a book took the path of least at every turn?
What if you tomed your tomb until you Pepto-Bismoled your hallway all the way up until the scariest thing is the incredibly detailed birthing scenes? What
if birth was fucked up? What if the miracle of birth was awful?
I mean, it is.
It is.
It is. I mean, we're both dudes talking about a book that is about women, but written by a dude. So, like,
this is this is just a circle jerk of dudes going, oh man, pregnant awful.
Pregnante awful. Welcome back to Perusing Stinky Tomes.
Tomes.
I keep saying tombs. I like saying tombs instead of tomes.
I don't know why. I know you say tombs. I know you like it. You like it. It's your little thing. It's your little quirk.
Well, that and because it makes people angry and they go, Brendan needs to stop pronouncing it. Tomes as tombs. I'm going to kill him.
Stop the death threats. Not very nice.
I don't know. Death threats are engagement. So
death threats are engagement.
Death threats are. I've been through the YouTuber school of death threats are engagement.
I guess that's true.
All right, Billy. Have you? I'm asking. I know you haven't. Have you read anything recently?
No, I have not, because I've been working 60 to 70 hour weeks for the past few weeks, and I'm hurt.
I read a book recently that I kind of liked. It's more of a fun book.
Oh, tell us about your fun book before we go into the poop book.
So it's a fun book. It's called Of Monsters and Mainframes. It's all right.
Ooh.
So it's from like a colony shit, like a spaceship AI. It's their perspective. But what if the spaceship AI was hanging out, having a good time, just doing its job, and then Dracula was on the spaceship?
That's fire. I love that. What a silly idea.
And then there's a fucking werewolf on the spaceship, and then there's a fucking mummy. And
that's awesome. Why can't all books be fun?
It's just it's a fun book about like this AI that wakes up and checks on all of the people in its ship and realizes they're all dead. Dracula can't be seen on cameras. And so it's told over the course of like 50 to 80 years as the ship AI gets increasingly more rabid about like, what the fuck is happening? Why the fuck did Dracula run? Okay, 20 years pass, we're fine. Oh God, a werewolf. Okay, I have to raise these two kids. All right. Oh God. Oh fuck. No, that's right. I forgot about the Cthulhu cultists.
What's the tone like? Is it like, does it know it's silly, or is it like?
I think it's taken pretty straight. It's
okay.
It's from the perspective of an AI, fine. And I think it's funnier because it's taken straight. Like the tone is serious. And it's funnier because it's serious.
Okay.
You essentially have this ship AI.
It kind of sounds like it could go either way when it's something like that. Like if it's overly serious, it can be like, but it's so silly though.
You have like the ship AI and you have a medical AI, and the main characters are kind of the ship AI, the medical AI that is separate. And then two of the two kids that survive like the werewolf attack come back, and then the mummy becomes the main character near the end as well.
Oh.
I think the best part is the relationship between the AI and the medical AI, because the medical AI understands people because it has to. The ship AI does not. It doesn't even register that they're dead through like the camera photos. It has to ask the medical AI, hey, why aren't they moving? So you have a lot of like really, it's very much just a hodgepodge of horror tropes that kind of all connect near the end. Like you think they're going to be disparate and separate, and then by the end it's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, it's all coming together. But it's fun. It's fine. It's not like a overtly amazing fucking book, but it does end up with if you're a big fan of these two AI, they're lesbians by the end. So like if you're a big fan of women, you're probably going to love this one.
You're probably going to love that movie.
Oh, Frankenstein's in it too. I forgot. Frankenstein's the main character.
Yeah.
You said movie. You're so unbook-pilled. You're so unreading-pilled.
Well, the only media I've experienced. And for 2026, let's stop talking about consuming. Let's start talking about experiencing media. That's my take.
My take is double down on consuming media. I am a locust.
I'm a locust. I am only here for purchasing things.
I am only here for purchase thing, buy thing, and eat thing. Yes.
Yeah, the only thing I experienced recently was I watched Ready or Not. So the sequel to Ready or Not 2, and it was good. Yeah.
Okay. The one with Elijah Wood, the one that I was watching, and then I got bored halfway through, and then I was like,
that does have Elijah Wood in it. Boring, really. I thought the pacing was pretty good.
I got bored. I think I had a problem with it. It just takes so long, and they're sitting there explaining.
Did you watch the first one?
Yeah, I watched the first one. I like the first one.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it like by the end it was very average. But yeah, that's like the only thing I haven't been doing much of anything recently. I've been horrified of life and thinking about things and thinking, wow, I will never make enough money to go to retire, and I need to do something about it, and thus I will take as much contract work as possible, because one day this YouTube channel will fail, because nothing lasts forever, especially in the YouTube sphere.
I'm gonna be dead by 50, so I don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm also that was the other one I was thinking. I was thinking like maybe I could be dead by 50. Anyways, that's what I've been up to.
Horrible, sobering reality as we
horrible, sobering reality.
Slop our shit silly here.
Yup. It's slimy, it's sloppy, and it's loud, dude. You can hear it from the stars.
I also read some schlock. I've been reading a little bit of schlock. I've been reading the Assistant to the Villain series, which is is that a manga? No, it's some sloppy. What if a medieval girl was abducted by a villain, but he was actually really nice, even though he killed people? It's a bit quirkunkus.
Oh, that is very quirky. That's so quirky.
It's a bit quirkunkus, yeah. I need to read some quirkunkus stuff, some quirkuntus, some quirkunkus stuff as I go.
Yeah.
Because I can't be reading like Buffalo Hunter was really good, and it's more of a serious horror book. So I wanted to just read some slime, and so I've just been very. Give me the Quirkunkus books. Give me the fucking What If Dracula Was on a Spaceship? But right now,
fun.
I am midway through an R.F. Kuang book, which is a little bit less Quirkunkus. R.F. Kuang, let me see, what is their history? It's a Katabasis. Katabasis. I'm going to say that wrong. I probably also said their name wrong, so you're allowed to kill me.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea what that means.
So they're an American novelist. I believe one of their big books is Yellowface.
Oh, there's no way that's a fun read.
It's a satirical novel written about
yeah, it's probably not a fun read in the sense that it's probably exploring themes that are rough.
It's a struggling white writer steals and publishes a Chinese American author's manuscript about World War I Chinese laborers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Katabasis is a bit different. It's two students traveling into hell to get their teacher out of hell because they really want their teacher to give them a recommendation.
Okay, that's pretty silly.
It's not like silly, but it is a lot less serious. I'm enjoying it okay so far. I'm not like super far into it. I think it all right. But I wanted to read more of their work because I saw some recommendations for some of their stuff. So I was like, okay, so far.
Yeah, you on your book talk? Were you on your book talk? Do you go on book talk?
I go on book talk, but it's all fairy sex books. It's all fairy sex books. It's always going to be fairy sex books,
isn't it? Okay.
And I mean fairy in terms of the fae courts. By the way, I just want to be sure you understand when I say like fairy, like the courts of fae, like the summer court, the winter court,
that reminds me, I did watch a movie about shape-shifting fairies, and it was dog shit, so.
I did too. It was called, no.
What? I need to know. No, you can't just do that. What
had the Minimoys in there, and
no, that's not, the Minimoys are not, the Invisibles are not fairies, I don't think. They're just a thing. They're just like small people.
It's the fae. Little people are always the fae.
Little people. You can't just go around saying that, Brendan.
I can't 100% say it. It's all the fae. It's all based on like old European fae traditions. And like now books like Sarah J. Maas's Court of Throne and Boats'
Watchers? The Watchers? Brendan, The Watchers?
You were watching The Watchers?
The Watchers? Is it what it's called? The Watchers? The Watchers? Question mark.
Oh,
Yes,
is that
it
M. Night Shyamalan's daughter?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that she would make like a fairy sex book kind of movie on account of the fact that like
it's based on a book, and I think I've heard that the book is actually very, very, very good.
I just checked Wikipedia and it says it was written for the screen. So it's based on a novel though.
I was gonna say no shot. I mean, it might be one of those where read the book, The Watchers, said I can do it better, and fucking instead of adapting, just threw everything. I don't know. All of this is hypothetical.
Oh yeah, traditional Irish mythology. Yeah, that makes sense. Probably. Yeah, it's a lot of fake stuff. No, the fairy sex books are more like it's so fucking weird because it's really weird to use like antiquated terms like Mary Sue or Gary Stew. I feel like in the modern era.
Ooh, I haven't heard Gary Stew in a while.
Yeah,
that guy's wild.
But the Court of Crone and Throses books by Sarah J. Maas or something I read a while back because my wife was like, I read them and then I was like, oh, my wife's gonna love this crap, and then she also loved it. It's what if there was a young girl and she got taken by a fae guy, and the fae guy in the first book is like her love interest, but then actually the evil guy is the real love interest. And then at the end of the first book, she gets powers from every single fairy king just because.
Brendan, I have good news. Mm-hmm. I was thinking to myself, because it's been almost has it been like 2 months since the last episode? Probably, right?
Probably about, yeah.
I was thinking to myself, there's no shot I didn't read a single fucking book. I did read a book. I did. I read the Andreasson affair, the true story of a close encounter of the fourth kind. It's just like an account of a alien abduction.
Oh.
And it's really, really spooky. It's spooky. There's something that alien abductions are like whatever, you know, they're kind of goofy when you hear like a case of an alien abduction, but the fact that this woman that was abducted is extremely religious, and the way that she blends the abduction and the horrors of the abduction with like religion, it's really creepy. It's real creepy. And also the audiobook intertwines some audio from like when she was interviewed, and it's really creepy to hear a lady talk about this stuff and kind of being like, it's weird. It's a weird little affair. I read that because there was also an episode of Last Podcast on the Left about that I was listening to, so I wanted to know a little bit more, and I did. That was like 2 months ago, so the reason why I'm being vague is because I barely fucking remember it. I just remember being kind of creeped out.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun read, like especially.
There's something interesting about like biography things in that style.
There's something interesting about people who are mentally ill. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I don't know, man. I wouldn't call it that. Do you not believe in aliens?
I don't believe in alien abductions or aliens at all. I am zero tolerance.
I think aliens. Aliens for sure exist because there's no fucking shot.
So I think aliens exist, but I also don't put an important.
Alien abductions? I don't know about that, brother. I don't know.
Well, my thing is I believe that alien abductions exist because it places import on the human beings in like a cosmic sense, and it also reinforces the idea that we are special and that we are so special and so cool and so special.
Man, we're
and that of
so
course
not special.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I'm a big fan of like. I don't think anybody gives a shit about, there's life on this planet. Life on a planet would be so fucking rare, and I don't think they'd fucking care, man. Do we give a shit?
How would we know?
Do we give a shit?
Yeah, we don't give enough of a shit. We don't give enough of a shit. We have problems down here. You think an alien
We don't give enough of a shit about ourselves. Do you think an alien would give a shit?
Exactly. That's what I'm fucking saying. Like, dude, there must be like, these aliens are probably struggling just as hard as we are. They're probably going to their 9 to 5.
No, they probably have an entirely different society. If aliens ever seen us, they've been like, God damn, they poop out of their butt? What the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, they piss out of their hands, so fuck them.
Plus, like, most alien conspiracies and alien abduction stories are rooted in, like, the idea that, hey, I'm a lower level FBI guy, and I'm going to drive somebody insane to believe that they got abducted by an alien, and that's kind of where Roswell started.
Yeah.
And so it's very fucking easy to get people who are true alien believers to believe that, oh shit, that cell phone. And Do you remember like a year ago when the cell phone towers, people were like, what are those red lights off in the distance? This is so fucking
Was that
scary.
a thing?
Yeah.
Stop.
There was a thing where people were genuinely so fucking
They're-
empty-headed numpties. They were so fucking stupid and empty-headed that they were posting cell phone tower pictures and going, what is this? Or people who will post fucking pictures of the glare from their camera light and go, what is this orb? Is this an alien or a ghost? And so, like, I want to believe in the whimsy and magical. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't usually care about alien abduction cases all that much because it's usually kind of fucking just crazy insane. But
I like reading alien abduction cases. This one's on my list. I put this one on my list because I love how people will get into world building with it. I love their world building.
Adding religion, the religious aspect to it, made it so much more
just
creepy
like L. Ron
to
Hubbard.
me. I don't know, man. I find religion creepy a little bit. Do you get what I mean?
Oh, I don't. I
like the spirituality.
Yeah, but like Mandela Catalog. What if the angel jump scared you?
Okay, I don't give a shit about that. It's more like spirituality is beautiful. And
see, this is where I think we differ a bit.
There's something about taking that beauty, taking like religion and spirituality and like the beauty of like believing in that stuff and twisting it for evil. That stuff always kind of creeps me out, especially like that's why like stuff like possession accounts really get to be fair, those are usually victims of abuse, so that doesn't help. Mm-hmm. But that, you know, ghosts, paranormal stuff, that always gets to me, and I don't know why, because it's bullshit. But
see, I just believe that religion a lot of the time is inherently evil. Aside from the fact that, like, I don't mind if somebody's religious, because, like, if you need that as your third place, or if you need that as like your social,
yeah, exactly.
I can understand that. I don't like it for me, and if you try to force it on me, I think you're a dumbass.
For the sake of community, and also just like that's exactly.
I get it for the sake of community. I also believe that like most religions exist just to have, like, a lot of religions exist just to have power over people.
I like to think that it came from a good place, and the problem with that is that it puts people on pedestals, and anytime you put anyone on a pedestal, something,
except for me, because I'm fucking awesome.
Except
if you put me and Billy on a pedestal and you believe in us,
YouTube creators should be on pedestals for what they do.
It's so hard, Billy. It's so hard being the smartest men alive. It's so hard. Speaking of us being the smartest men alive, how about we talk about this book that is?
I don't want to talk about this fucking book.
Hey, since we're the smartest men to ever live, and we've been talking about incredibly academic and how smart we fucking are and how stupid everybody is, let's talk about this book about women giving birth.
Oh man, Brendan, I'm sorry. Sorry, this book sucks. It sucks. I had like
it showed a little promise. Actually, I think in the first half.
I think personally, I think the setups were pretty great. Like all across the book, the setups were pretty great, and I was looking forward to a Grady Hendrix psycho moment, because it was all there, and the way he usually writes it culminates in stupid bullshit that's super enjoyable. Unfortunately, every good setup is botched by picking the most boring outcome possible. It's so boring.
And I think a big part of that too is I think there was as I got into the second half of this book, I feel like I could feel the worry of I need to treat this source material seriously.
Oh, 100%.
And that's the thing. And I do understand that it is a serious topic. Like, just to be 100% clear, it's the maternity homes and women's rights are very serious. Shout out to women. They got to go through so fucking much. And I understand.
You know what? I'm gonna say right now. Today's my mom's birthday, so everybody
Happy
wish my mom,
Billy's mom.
Yeah, Billy's mom. That's actually true. This is not a lie. It's my mom's birthday. You have to wish her happy birthday in the comments and be nice to her, because she birthed a fucking genius. Where were we? What were you saying, Brendan?
So yeah, so the second half of this book, for Perusing Stinky Tomes, I would agree with Billy that it takes kind of almost a boring route, where it's less about empowerment and more about like I guess I couldn't decide if we were going to get to witches are fucking evil, but I guess we just kind of ended it in witches are fucking evil, but they're kind of not also fucking evil, but they're not. It's such a weird fucking take.
Everybody, what are you trying to say? Like, what's the message here?
I think the message is that women got it rough, and also like theming in this ended up being like,
I don't like that it's hopeless.
I don't think it's hopeless per se. I think it's more about a message of like women are being controlled, and the control of that it gets back to them. 30 years later when they get to finally meet their kids.
Yeah.
Let's go chapter by chapter. Let's get a quick summary of what happened.
All right, let's do it.
So Fern is our main character. She's this girl who gets dropped at a maternity home. We're in the second half of the book now. So if you didn't watch the first episode, this is the time to go back and
do that.
Listen to our first episode discussion. We are starting on
chapter 21.
Chapter 21. So we have this bookmobile, and this bookmobile, I forgot as I was reading this that she named her baby Charlie Brown.
I got so tired of reading the words Charlie Brown and Chucky Brown and Chuck. Not gonna lie.
Charlie Brown, little Bippies, Charlie Brown, Bippies, Pepto-Bismol.
Actually, Bippies and Pepto-Bismol disappear completely from the book for a long while.
There's Bippies mentioned in a chapter later. Near the rock throwing.
We'll make sure to mention it just for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when she comes back to the bookmobile and she has to answer whether or not she wants to become a witch.
Yeah, it's and Miss Parcay is dying, and Fern wants Holly.
She has liver cancer because it's so strange because I thought they made it clear that like witches live forever, but then she has cancer and she's like, never mind, we don't live forever. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that.
Never mind, I'm dying. And it's less live forever and more that she's a Trill from Star Trek.
Well, see, I don't know what those are because I did not get there.
Okay, so Trill is Star Trek Deep Space Nine. There's a character named Jadzia Dax.
Yes.
The Trill are a symbiotic alien race where they have a worm that carries the memories of each host, and when it gets implanted into a new host, they gain all those memories.
I see. Yeah, well, that's exactly how witches work like that in this game.
You keep wanting to say game and movie. You're so not used to talking about books. You're just like,
I'm so used to talking about fucking books and games. I'm sorry, but movies. Whoa! I'm losing it.
Anyway, so chapter 21 is all about Fern talking to Miss Parcay. Miss Parcay is dying. Mentions something about like there's like a witch in Japan who's like really good at it, but witches in Japan are they hide way better than us.
The Hokkaido witch.
Such a fucking weird thing to put in your book, to be like, witches in Japan hide better than us. Is this like a fucking ninja thing? As I was reading that, I was like, huh? That woke me up. That actually, I think that part of the book, when she's mentioning the Japanese witches who are like, I've heard some Japanese witches can like figure out this liver stuff. But they hide better than us. They figured out how to get rid of.
Yeah, they figured out how to get rid of fucking liver cancer apparently down in Japan.
But you can't find them because they hide better.
Can't find them. They hide better.
Witch ninja, haha.
I will say it was very strange.
It was very white boy in Hokkaido be like, where are all the witch ninjas at?
It was very strange how I kind of never thought about Miss Parcay being British, but then she starts constantly saying pish posh. Did you notice that? She like starting this chapter on, she constantly goes a pish posh, my dear.
There's a lot of pish poshing.
What the fuck?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe the memories are taking hold. This is also, I think, a turning point for like first half of the book. I really hated Zinnia because I was just like, oh, she's just cowarding and chickening out of all of this. Like, yeah. But then Zinnia just be kind of at this chapter, at the end of this chapter, becomes like actually, I was right all along, and you guys are fucking stupid. You have to stop being fucking stupid. I'm right all along. I'm actually the smartest character in the book, and witches are fucking evil, and you guys are stupid. This leads us into chapter 22, which
wait. There's an important plot point you totally missed.
Oh, sorry. What did I forget?
This is when Fern offers Holly to join the
No, I tried to mention that. You talked over me.
Did I talk over you? Damn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So Holly is prepped to kind of join the coven. Like Fern wants Holly, but Mrs. Parcay wants Fern, and it's like, sure, whatever, man. Here, you know what? figure out a spell or something. Make it fucking rain.
Yeah, if you want to have Holly, in the coven, she has to do a spell because she's not powerful enough right now. And also, this is when she gets the 2 weeks pregnancy notice for Fern. I think I can't remember. This is one of the scenes that I thought was pretty good. And I kind of was hoping that more of this is a proper witchy horror moment where you get the I think this is when Hagar goes to Miss Wellwood's
in chapter
home,
22,
and she is pregnant. That's right. This old lady is pregnant.
Yeah, I think this is the last chapter that I went, oh shit, I like this because it gives you the background for Wellwood.
There's one more chapter after this where I was like, oh, this is well written and tense. Like, but this is kind of one of the last few good moments in the book.
Well, yeah, because it's summarizing it, Wellwood gives birth to eels.
The way I think the way it's written is pretty horrific and really nasty and awful, and I like it a lot. I think it's well-written horror.
Somehow the eel birth is written less horrifying than the actual birth.
It is, actually, but we'll get there. I think it's mostly because it's less clinical.
It's more clinical, so it's more scary to give actual birth than the woman giving birth to eels is my comparison where it's just like, yeah, she gave birth to eels and then just kind of afterwards she's not fine. But it's I feel like they could have touched on more of this. This is one of those moments where I went, oh shit, the witch stuff is ramping up. Spoiler alert, it's really not.
It's really not. This is the most horrific
peak of the witch stuff.
Yeah, this is the craziest witch stuff that happens in the entire book is that this old woman is pregnant with bloody mucousy eels. That's it.
And you do get Wellwood memories, it's very obvious from the get-go, I think, that Wellwood is somebody who has gone through an unwanted birth, and that's why she's so hard on all of the girls, and the idea that this maternity home has been passed down from her grandfather, from her father to her. I also like getting to see I always wanted a son, I didn't want a daughter. I always wanted a son, I didn't want a daughter. I always wanted a son, I didn't want a daughter, from the kind of dad memories that flow through this chapter. It's a really good chapter, and it's, I think, the last really good chapter of the entire book.
100%.
And there are 13 chapters to go. So it's a bit of a slog. Put your slog belt on. It's going to get sloggy.
It's time to wade through the waters.
Literally, chapter 23, it's time to wade into the water and try to wiggle your worm.
This is a real fucking boring ass chapter.
Eating flies, trying the rain spell to make a storm happen. Holly can't pay the price. She can't cut her tongue with a pair of scissors because she's a baby. And then Hagar finds them and is like, hey, stop it. Witch stuff.
Stop it. I know you're doing witch stuff. Come back to the home. Yeah. They're just trying to make it rain.
They do witch chanting. It's not even fun like the other witch chanting stuff.
It's not. And also it's not as crazy.
You know what, Billy? Will you agree with me that the second that Rose kind of exits stage left, we're kind of left with
100% immediately worse.
Only weak characters, except for Holly. I like Holly. Don't get me wrong. I like Holly. She has to deal with a lot of shit. But Zinnia and Fern fucking suck.
I don't like Fern at all. Fern is so...
You're not supposed to like Fern. You're supposed to understand that this is a harrowing thing for anybody, and Fern understandably breaks under the pressure of all of this. She is realistic in the way that, she has to deal with all of this while being pregnant, and the Coven really, really wants her, and I kind of get why Fern sucks. Zinnia sucking... I get less.
She's scared of witches, I guess.
That's her whole thing. And then everything works out for Zinnia in the end compared to everybody else is so fucking crazy that it's just and also everything works out for me. And also, all the witches are evil and everything's bad and I'm always right.
I'm married. I have children now and everything's good. For
chapter 23, the beginning is them walking to the river. And the one thing I wanted to mention is the flies.
Yeah. First, it's important to mention that there's only Holly and Fern going because Zinnia is straight up I ain't going.
Rose is gone and Zinnia just says, I don't want to. Fern, tells Zinnia, of course, which is dumb as hell because Zinnia right now is the Polar Express kid to me.
I don't want to.
Do you know what kind of witch this is? There's a lot of eating flies and bugs after there's There's a lot of bugs.
This might sound mean, and also like I know it's not true, but like it feels like this should have been looked at by an editor way more closely, because there's a lot of non sequiturs that lead to nothing and don't really add to the story, like the bugs. Like eating bugs for, like, it's fine if you mention like, oh, there's so many bugs and I can't stop eating it. It's like fucking.
I think it's just because after the Wellwood thing, we're reaching
Brendan,
the last.
It is 3 fucking paragraphs of them going, there's bugs everywhere. She pressed her mouth right and walked faster, waving her free arm wildly, trying to brush them away, but they were crawling over every inch of her body. Blah blah blah, and it's like. Non-stop.
Dude, as somebody who reads a lot of horror, what'll happen sometimes, and who's read a lot of Grady Hendrix, what'll happen sometimes is damn, I need something here. I need something horror here so the reader doesn't get bored. Yeah, she held one nostril closed and blew through the other, expelling a clot of crushed black flies. And then she did the same to her other nostril. Her skin prickled with their bites, and she scooped dead black flies out of the collar of her duster, but at least they weren't on her anymore. She spat crashed black flies out of her mouth, and Holly stood beside her, scooping bits of black flies out of her ears. Fern got her breath back and saw the river up ahead. It's just paragraphs of them eating bugs, bugs getting into their skin, bugs going into their mouth. It's
not scary, it's just gross.
Maybe it's something about the area they're in, because they're wading towards a river in kind of like a Florida adjacent area, so it's just to like remind you it's in Florida, and there's just bug. Yeah, so anyway, they get tattled on. They try to like stir the sky with Hecate. It's
Hecate, Brendan.
Hecate. I don't know, man. I only read this stuff. I never pronounce it out loud.
Hecate. I think she's in Shin Megami Tensei. I'm sorry. I should really be fucking taken out back.
Anyway, so chapter 24 is let me read my summary here. Hagar tells them to stop, burns the book, the witchcraft book they had received earlier in the story. She bottles up the storm, calls witchcraft gay, and now Zinnia is all, I had to tell them witches suck, blah, 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 blah.
Zinnia's a narc. I think it doesn't help her character. It doesn't help the us liking her, the fact that she just goes around being a fucking narc all the time.
Why are you smoking bippies? Why are you fucking doing witch stuff? You have to stop.
Stop smoking. Stop doing this. Stop doing that.
And a big important thing from chapter 23 to 24 is that Holly chickens out from like cutting her tongue open with a pair of scissors because spells require pain.
Yeah, pain. Everything has a price. Every spell has a price, and oh my god, you will get tired of reading that one sentence. There's always a price to be paid, they say.
And this is very much like near the third of the book. This is an immediate turn that I don't think is really in a way. I don't think this is earned. Where it's just, and also witches are evil, and then Hagar, the cook, who has been absent for most of the story up to this point until Wellwood gives birth.
Oh my god, I know.
Hagar, the cook, who is just a background character, gets an entire chapter dedicated to them, and also their sister, and also they've lived near witches, and also, and there's been like maybe a little bit here and there that is maybe hinted at Hagar knowing something, but I can't remember or recall anything that sticks out to me from the first half of the book. So it's very much, and here is the cook, and she understands witchcraft, and it's like, okay, so she
knew all along. Surprise!
Did you notice how it's the only other black character that knows about witchcraft and knew all along?
Wait, is it a fucking I don't remember the name. The magical whatever.
Did you notice? I know what it is. It's the only other black character that works in the house. Immediately knows about witchcraft, and immediately is just an important character right off the bat, and like halfway through the book, and is immediately setting things straight.
She can craft. She actually is like crafting fucking charms and spells. Oh my god! I didn't even clock that. You're so right. Oh my god! Oh Grady! Oh you!
Yep. This is honestly the first half of the book. I really thought they were ramping up towards something, and then it went immediately into, oh no, this is a great book. This is a stinky fucking book. This book fucking stinks. It's a stinky fucking book.
Wow.
Chapter 25 is after
24?
Let me see. Are we on 24? No, 24.
We did 24.
We were just talking about 24.
Nothing.
Well, it's just, I narked on you. Zinnia does have a whole conversation where it's like, guys, I was right all along, blah, 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 blah. You have to listen to me now. I'm in charge now.
Yeah, they said, was it also No, that's the next chapter. Let's move on.
Yeah, this is Zinnia. Zinnia is now just in charge, by the way, for the rest of the book, almost. Like, this is just, she's just in charge.
She just takes control of the book.
After kind of being like a nerdy, like, scared wimp coward character, she's like, actually, witches are evil and I'm fucking cool. And we're going to go to the bookmobile and tell Mrs. Parse that we're not going to do this anymore. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Which is chapter 25.
This is the final bookmobile for the girls.
Mm-hmm. My summary is Mrs. Parse wants to trill with Fern, which I wrote Star Trek Worm to explain that to you. But honestly, fuck that. And then Hagar buries silver in the yard and puts iron on the doors to stop Mrs. Parse from getting into the house. Witches come out and surround the house because there are forks on the lawn.
What?
Well, because they bury silverware, they bury like forks and shit under the yard to stop the witches. The witches are like, ooh, there are forks.
So fast. You're going so fast. I'm like,
because I don't care.
I know, but man, Fern goes up and is like, I burned your one-of-a-kind book, and then Miss Parse is pissed, obviously. We're bound to each other by a vow. You have to become the next Hecate daughter or whatever the fuck.
You have to take my memories, you have to get wormed. And if you don't get wormed, the crazy old lady in the woods, we're gonna do that to you.
We're gonna turn you into mags. Yeah.
Oh, the Warframe.
They basically run the fuck away. And this is the first Pepto-Bismol, and I think the last
this is the last Pepto-Bismol waterfall.
Yeah. See, that's kind of what I'm saying, though. We have so much book left, and now we're stopping the quirk. There's nothing quirky anymore. There's nothing interesting.
Well, this is where like they just I don't feel like the memory thing is not really well explained because it doesn't act like it's you just get those memories, but it doesn't like they never say it subsumes your entire personality. This is just these girls assuming that it's going to subsume all of you and who you are for these memories when it could be more like a joining. Like Mrs. Parse is a terrible saleswoman in the way that she tries to like get them to you gotta listen to me. I'm going to fucking do it by force. She's like
she immediately goes to threat.
She immediately goes to threat right out of the fucking way after trying to like slowly convince them.
Not even explaining why it's a good thing. Just being like,
you have to do this. You
should
do this for 3,000 years of women.
Obviously, it's a good thing. I will not explain why this is a good thing. I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to kill your brain. I'm going to kill your
sense of self. I'm going to murder your sense of self. And you're going to go insane, you idiot. And it's just like,
we skipped a few steps, bro.
I don't know if I was supposed to intone that it was just a bad thing because Mrs. Parse is just like immediately flipping the dippy into, I'm evil now. I'm fucked up and evil, and witches are fucking evil, and Zinnia was fucking right, and Hagar is also fucking right, and it just makes you go, okay, this is definitely the point of the book where I went, oh no, it's just gonna get worse from here, isn't it? And then it does. End of this chapter is literally just
hey, wait, well, hold on.
Sorry.
You like went so fast. I just want to take a second to mention that Hagar goes and like they go to Hagar to tell her about the threats and everything, and
she buries silverware and puts iron on the doors.
It's like it's written like in Home Alone when Kevin McAllister starts like they put salt on the floor, they hide silverware because and it's like they're preparing their defenses.
Well, you're conflating two chapters here. The salt isn't there yet. It's just silverware and the iron on the door. I don't know
anymore,
there's
man.
a point to this. I have a point to make. We're not at the salt yet.
But everything in this book fucking blurs, Brendan. I don't know anymore. Never mind.
Yeah, this is why I wrote down specific notes for this shit. No. So this chapter, I mean, they do a bit of it's not even Home Alone stuff. It's really just iron keeps away witches. Silver keeps away witches. I'm going to bury some forks and put iron on the door. Hope that works. And then it does. And the witches are just at the end of the chapter outside, naked, outside of the yard. They're just looking. The main girls are looking outside, and the witches are naked in the yard outside of the silverware. Like, ooh, they have forks buried here. We can't do anything about it.
I do think it's pretty creepy imagery. I like that. I like that type of imagery where it's like a threat that can't. The threat can't come to you, but it's still gonna like stare at you from afar. That's good. It's a good visual. I like it. Unfortunately, it goes nowhere. So
it only goes nowhere because chapter 26. Hagar's like, Silver will take care of it. We're all good. Until
they're outside doing their chores.
There's a
rock.
There's rocks. Yeah, rocks.
There's rocks. Rocks start hailing from the sky.
Yeah, there's rocks.
I like this chapter. Mostly because I think that the way that this witch curse is written is pretty spooky. Mostly because it's like, I think the terror is well written.
My thing is you're gonna go rocks fall out of the sky after eel birth?
Yeah.
Like,
see, the thing at that point, as I was reading, I'm like, surely this is going to end with like pregnant teens versus witches. Because that's what it's kind of getting set up to, right? That's kind of what I'm imagining. It's gonna go up.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
We know
it doesn't. Which is so stupid because it was right there.
Yeah, but then it'd be like a little bit more schlocky, a little bit more fun, and then you're doing like the source material disservice because you got to treat it really, really seriously.
Yeah. Either way, that's pretty much the entire chapter. They run away from rocks.
Well, the chapter is rocks, and then Mrs. Wellwood comes back,
and she's pierced,
and she's pissed off, and then they get rid of the iron and the silverware, and so everything that Hagar did was just completely worthless. It was really just doo-doo. And so, yeah, no, that's they go back to Hagar at the very end of this chapter and are like, they took my DS, they took my Mario Kart. Mrs. Wellwood is fucking going crazy because she gave birth to eels, so she's even more strict. And so, but yeah, they dig the silver up, they take the iron off the doors. Now the girls are unprotected. Hagar is trying to figure out what to do. Leads us into chapter 27, knocking, salt, and girls get the bag.
Yep.
That's literally the chapter.
That's it.
The
bag is the bag is like a charm.
Yeah, the chapter starts with Parse trying to get into the house. Nurse Kent, actually, maybe the most fucking hype moment of the book where I actually got excited. Nurse Kent pulls a fucking gun out of her room and starts walking around the house while there's knocking all around. Hagar has put salt all over the fucking doors. All around the doors, in front of all of the entrances. Here's the fucking thing. The second she did that, I went, oh my fucking God, this is the only reason the girls go on assault restriction throughout the entire book.
Oh.
Did you clock that? Oh, where you realized, oh my fucking God.
I'm going to be real. I was so bored. I at that point, I wasn't clocking shit from fuck, man.
There's, throughout the book, they constantly make sure to be like, yeah, too much salt is bad for you. I'm taking away your salt. Too much salty food is bad for you.
Surely that's a thing. It's a good excuse, I guess.
Well,
I don't think it's like
it's an over the top. It's done in this over the top cartoony way where I'm just like, damn, they really don't want these women to have fucking salt or enjoy anything. And I just clocked it as like a shitty maternity home doctor being shitty. But actually, it was shitty for a narrative reason because, of course, later in one of the other chapters, a girl is going to just start scooping and eating salt off of the floor.
Ridiculous.
Oh gosh, you want some fucking salt? I've got some fucking salt.
Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Pregnant women cannot help themselves. Pregnant women will eat salt off of the ground.
I can't believe this sounds like hyperbole. It's not. That's what happens.
Literally what happens.
We having salt from the floor.
Not in this chapter though. This is lots of knocking. The salt line holds. Nurse Kent gets a fucking pistol, walking around with a pistol. It's a lot of knocking into. Oh yeah, they get the pouches at the end of the chapter, which are, she can't find you and she can't see you if you're wearing my special pouches. Into 38.
Yep, it's a charm where if you wear it, witches can't see you because witches act like fucking.
Witches are raptors from Jurassic Park.
They're not raptors. It's like not raptors. They're fucking werewolves, I guess.
What's really funny is
it's like demons, actually, very close to demons.
What's really funny is like a total breakdown of this may be a citizen sting, but like a total breakdown of any kind of logic in any way, shape, or form, where you have this entire coven of witches, and they can't go over the salt, and they can't go over the fucking silver, and they can't find them with the bags. But they didn't think to just like give like a big guy a bunch of money to grab her or something. I
just also realized, I think it might not be as ridiculous as I'm saying, because I'm pretty sure that must be some kind of witch lore, because in not, I almost said obsession, not obsession. What's the fucking
the Vivitch?
No, not the Vivitch. Fuck. God, the movie that came out by Zach Krieger.
Oh, Weapons.
Weapon, when the witch is spoiler, it's a movie about witches. A lot of people are surprised by that, actually. Did you know that? I
wasn't. Once I saw the old lady and I went, holy shit, it's Romanian witch shit.
Yeah, so there is like salt. There is like a mention of salt keeping witches at bay in that movie, so maybe it's not that crazy.
This is, I mean, this is also an inherent. Well, it's that crazy because it's an inherent problem that I have with there's no straight witch lore. It's just vague Eastern European, vague European witch lore that they're going by in this book, which is just anything that is used to ward off evil. Iron is used against like the Fae and sometimes against Bagools. Sometimes silver repairs like the Romanian like vampires, Romanian witches. Assault repels ghosts, ghouls, goblins through purification, and they really, and maybe this is just me being sold on the witches early on, where it's just like fuck yeah witch stuff, where they were just like, I mean, men we don't fucking have that suck, many. Dudes fucking suck, and Christianity fucking sucks, and I just was like, hell yeah, these bitches live in the woods and they're doing spells and shit.
I like it's cool to have like a bit of like anarchy, like.
Well, then, oh my god, of course the fucking witches are all evil. Of course they fucking are. Of course we're doing witches are evil. It's just the same as fucking boring. Oh my god. Demons are demoning, witches are witchening. Who gives a shit, man? Let a witch do some bad shit.
I really thought that it would go the other way around, where it's like, yeah, no, witches are like an analog for a community of people that are outcasts. Because that's also a fucking cliche.
And
but
for
it's more interesting.
Women who are helping their village.
It's like, more interesting than just going like witches are evil.
Oh my god, the witches are fucking. If I want to watch a witches are evil, I'll watch Hocus Pocus like a millennial should. Fuck, like, dude, at least I'll have fun watching Hocus Pocus, where it's just ghouls being girls being ghouls being girls. Anyway,
where are we? We need to move. We need to move on. I'm getting
Chapter
angry.
28 is Fern in Labor. Here's the fucking birthing chapter. It starts off with, and let me just tell you, this is the
Can I just mention overly long? Holy shit.
Incredibly long birthing chapter that needs to hit you with the birth is scary and awful. Longer for normal birth than the fucking eel's birthing. By the way, just a juxtaposition to eel birthing is worth.
Why, though.
But have you tried being a mommy?
We're not dumb. We get why it's written like this, but like it's so uninteresting because it's just uninteresting. There's nothing
because we're men and we hate.
You have
women.
nothing to. No, it's not even that. Like for real. It's just there's nothing interesting to say about it. Like.
This chapter does start with Violet, who I don't remember. Like, they just keep introducing new girls, and I just keep fucking forgetting.
Did they introduce like 3 new women in this chapter? Well, I can't remember.
I don't remember any of the new women's names. I just go, new girl says, new girl, brand new girl alert. I think they have like something with Violet earlier, like that's offhanded. But Violet is eating the salt off of the floor, so of course Mrs. Parsay is able to get inside. It's the quiet Violet hissed, then looked around before lowering her voice even more. It's salt, a bunch of it. Y'all can have some if you don't tell. Where'd you get it? Fern whispered, but she already knew. Violet rolled her eyes and made a "it's no big deal" face. I saw that housekeeper scattering it in front of the door. It's some kind of superstition, I guess, so I snuck down after everyone went to sleep and took some. It's just got a bit of carpet fluff in it.
To be nasty, just fucking filthy.
She's eating salt out of the fucking carpet, and the only reason they're doing this is because they set up the salt restrictions earlier so they could do a salt keeps away witches bullshit so that one of the girls could fucking do this, and it doesn't even fucking matter anyway. Miss Parsay floats into the fucking house, can't find them. Nurse Cat runs downstairs, Fern goes into fucking labor, and then anything with Miss Parsay doesn't fucking matter that she got into the house because she just leaves.
Yep.
She just leaves.
Yep. I hate that. That's what I'm saying, though. I thought it was going to be a pregnant teenagers versus witch scenario.
Billy, I want you to know that at the end of this book, and the epilogue, I just wrote for my notes, chapter 36, my summary is nothing ever happens. Epilogue, nothing ever happens.
Oh, God, you're so right. It's the most nothing ever happens book of all time.
I mean, woman gives birth. A woman gives birth. Something happens. But that's about it. Like, it's
2 women give birth, actually, Brendan. 2 of them.
3, technically.
Well, a child gives birth, which is awful.
So yeah, this is the Fern goes into labor chapter. I'm assuming that they do the Miss Parsay thing to like stress her out I guess like Miss Parse is just trying to stress her out and be like, honor your promise that I can make the birthing pain stop. You gotta let my mind into your mind. You gotta let me Vulcan mind meld.
I wasn't sure if that was the point, but I thought like, is she like trying to stress Holly out so she's gonna have the baby?
I think she was just trying to stress Fern out so that Fern would go into labor so that she could have it like as a bargaining chip, but it's a really fucking stupid bargaining chip.
It's a really stupid bargaining chip, yeah.
Chapter 29, this is Fern gives birth.
Yes, Fern does give birth, that is right.
Just to mention, there is, like I'm reading, I'm skimming through the birthing scene. I didn't write a lot of notes for this because it really is just...
It's just very long, very clinical, and...
It's very clinical, and like Fern is hearing like other women give birth, but also a random conversation about like is Larry taking you to the Starlight tomorrow? A young woman asked outside a door. He doesn't have his ride, another woman answered. Oh man, the first woman said, that's just beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Inside, the hand squeezed, muscles moved beneath her ears and rippled over her scalp. Her neck hurt so bad she thought it would snap. The pain rose and receded like the tide. What happened to his ride? He loaned it to his brother. Please, Jesus, please, Jesus, plece, Jesus. Her brother goes with Linda. Right, that's beautiful, man. I changed my mind. I don't want this, please. Just beautiful. It's just, it's just this.
I mean, I guess it's to show that birth to these doctors giving, like, helping with the birth is like, an everyday occurrence, which it is. I don't know, man. Who cares?
And Mrs. Parse appears while she's in labor and is like, do you want me to go make the pain go away? And then, I don't know.
She appears, she does the hereditary thing where she appears from the fucking, like, on the side of the...
Yeah.
You're
so done. I'm done.
I was very done. Birth happens... Then she's not given a choice on whether
she almost gets Keanu Reeved by Miss Parse while she's in pain. She almost says yes, and then it's the skill a bunch of I want to say Irish appears, like old Gaelic appears in her head. And she just starts screaming no.
That is a thing that happens. That's so weird. I didn't even realize, but yeah, why did that happen?
Well, to be like, ooh, this is what's going to happen if you let the mind meld happen. It's going to overtake you and Keanu Reeves you, and you're going to get Cyberpunk 2077. Ooh.
The same thing that happened to Rose in the early chapters. She gets tricked. Not trick. What she just like gives the
Well, not yet. This is I'm still on the giving birth chapter just to talk about like it's really just a full chapter about vagina and give birth and bloody skin. No, because I wanted to mention one fucking thing.
Oh, they also get rid of the during the birth they get rid of the.
No, I wanted to mention the fucking husband stitch. I don't know if you clocked it.
What do you mean the husband stitch?
But at the end of the chapter, I'm going to read this off so you can fucking understand how fucking gruesome and horrible this is. The husband stitch is something used on women after they give birth to make their vaginas tighter. It's fucked up. It's a practice that men will still ask for today, but I wanted to make sure you clocked this. So
I don't know what
using
the
a continuous, I'll explain it. Using a continuous suture, he pulled together the subcutaneous fascia and carried it upward to close the vaginal mucosa. Then he added 2 extra stitches for tightness. When this poor girl got married, she'd be grateful. Her husband would never know what had happened here today.
I see. I don't know what that is.
That's where they literally stitch up her vagina extra so that her pussy is tighter. Do you understand how horrifying that is?
Oh, what?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Is that a thing that still happens?
That's a thing that still happens in some places, and it's fucking horrifying. And I will give Grady Hendrix this. It's a crazy mention, and I want to kill this doctor. I wrote, I'm going to kill this doctor.
Oh, that is horrifying. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep. Anyway, so Fern gives birth, and she is, Diane does the same thing to Rose, as you were saying, where it's just, I'm going to gaslight you into giving away your baby. If you don't give away your baby, you're going to have to pay for all of this. If you don't give away your baby, you can't raise your baby. You're fucking stupid.
To be fair, kind of true. Like she is a child. There's no shot she could pay for any of the treatments or anything. It's just a shitty situation all around.
And, bless her for putting her real name on the birth certificate, because that will come back. And I was like, oh, that's going to come back. Like, that's nice that she didn't write Jane Doe, because, of course, that will come back up. Miss Parse does also come back again. It's like,
you will regret this.
You have to. Oh, no. Does Miss Parse come back in this one? I thought she did.
She comes back, like, because the pouch is gone. So she comes back for a sec just to be like, You'll regret what you did.
Another pish posh.
I'll steal your baby? ? I can't remember if she mentions that.
Oh, yeah. This is if you won't let me put my mind in your mind, then you could give me your freaking baby too. Think about, I'm an evil witch. Give me your baby. I have a candy house out back. That's really just fucking. And then talking about mags, and they're talking about the triple-faced goddess, and give me the child. Fern puts the pouch back on and asks about the parents.
Are we at the end? Are we at the end of the chapter? Where are we?
I'm just going through the chapter, man.
Which chapter are we at? Brendan, you're going so fast.
We're on 30. We're still on 30. We've been on 30.
Okay.
That's it. And then she's back at the home, and then she's just, depressed. And so this is where we get into chapter 31. Fern dumps everything, doesn't want to even be here anymore. Holly breaks, and the shitty reverend has appeared.
Yeah, the rapist is here. The pedophile.
The awful preacher is here. They're keeping Fern in the barn with a couple of the other girls who have given birth, and Fern just, I don't want to help. Zinnia's like, I've come up with a plan that can help Holly. That'll get rid of the witches. Fern just says, I don't want to be around anymore.
I just realized this is the end. There's like nothing that happens after this. That's kind of crazy.
Well, chapter 30 is just Fern has given up. Holly, just do whatever, man. Like the main character has fully given up. This is like I hated that. I hated that so much, dude. It was so fucking frustrating. I get why, but dude, so frustrating. So frustrating to just have your fucking main character be like, I don't care anymore, whatever, I can't save you, leave me alone, and not have any. Well, yeah, you're not expecting like a hero picks up the sword and you're gonna start giving a shit immediately moment, but it's just very, I don't even want to be around anymore.
I don't know. It's just like I'm leaving in a few days. My dad's gonna pick me up, and then I'm gonna be done with all these fucking girls.
Well, and you think Fern is going to pick it up a little bit when Reverend Jerry appears, and then Fern just Fern passes Zinnia in the hall. Who was it? She asked. No one, Fern said. It's none of our business. It's not my problem anymore, Fern told herself. In 3 days I go home. In 3 days I go back to my old life. In 3 days none of these problems are mine anymore.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, this is chapter 32.
As I was reading that, I was thinking, in 4 chapters, this is not my problem anymore. In 4 chapters, I will be done. I will be gone. This will not be my problem.
Chapter 32 does have a funny moment, at least, where like now that Zinnia is in charge, Holly is about to give birth now, and they're trying to take her to the hospital, and Zinnia just says, you know what? Nah, fuck this. Let's gaslight the cab driver.
They do gaslight a cab driver, and that's always fun. I love doing that.
Yeah, it's the gaslight a cab driver and lie about it so that they can take the cab over to Hagar's.
Yeah, instead of going to the hospital, because everybody goes to the hospital, but she's trying to go like, To mention that the cab driver is also black, and Zinnia says, all black people know each other. There's like, I did not realize how much of this book revolves around Grady.
I mean, it's the 70s. It's a small community. Maybe he would know somebody who is like the.
She's not even from that place. I mean,
not Zinnia, but like I kind of I would understand this if Hagar took more of a like community doctor role or midwife role fully in the community, but she's the cook at the maternity home. And so
I was thinking, because Zinnia at that point says, like, she's the one that says, like, oh yeah, all black people around here know each other, and she's like mentioning that because she's black, she's gonna be able to convince. It doesn't even work anyways. Who cares?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, we're talking about this chapter like it matters in any way, but it doesn't fucking matter. So it's
no, it doesn't. It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing matters, Brendan. Nothing matters. Don't forget.
Nothing fucking matters. The only funny part of this is like Holly is giving birth and they gaslight this cab driver into dropping it off at Hagar. Hagar's like, ooh, you shouldn't have fucking done this. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, get inside my house. You're about to have your baby.
I'll do your pregnancy anyways.
And then, chapter 33, Holly gives birth and there's a lot of howling like a wolf. That's the whole chapter is just literally Holly on the ground going, and Zinnia
Brendan,
going,
I I was so bored at that point. I gave up on reading and I was listening to the audiobook. And let me tell you, the audiobook. I'm gonna have to record a little bit of that audiobook because. It's so bad. Dude, the lady literally goes in the fucking audiobook. It's insane.
Just to mention, the entire chapter of chapter 33 is just this one scene of Holly going.
It's just the scene of birth. You're a powerful wolf. You're gonna fucking kill everybody. You're fucking crazy. You're a crazy fucking wolf.
Holly, she said, make a noise for me. Make a noise like a wolf. No! You're a wolf. Make your sound. Ooh. Holly breathed. Ooh. Zinnia encouraged her. Ooh. Ooh.
Not hyperbole. That is kind of what she says, like almost verbatim. She's like, you're a wolf. You're in a church. You're killing everybody in the church. You're a fucked up wolf in a church. What the fuck? This book's
Chapter 34. What did I wrote? I wrote down my summary is this shit sucks. Just fucking. We gotta hide her. Actually, Wellwood and the cops are outside, and there goes Holly. Okay, get in the cop car, everybody. Everything you just did doesn't matter.
Yeah, because the cops are outside because Miss Wellwood found out because the birth takes like 4 hours, way more than 4 hours. It takes fucking forever. Then
they talk like there's going to be a place to stash Holly, like a neighbor's house, maybe, so that Holly can like. Zinnia has a plan. Zinnia saved up money for like a bus ticket. She mentions it earlier in the book, and they're going to try to get Holly out to Rose's parents' house in California while they're not there, so she can stay there for a couple of weeks and get like her legs and figure out where to go from there. And Zinnia's got this whole
because she gets given like a few nickels, and she's like, "This is enough for a bus cab." Because it is.
And so it's just like Zinnia has an incredibly, I am the smartest person alive, my incredibly smart plan with Rose, it's going to work out. It doesn't. And, you know, Fern, just to reiterate our main character, Fern, she's just there.
Yeah, no, the entire time she's just there. She only has one moment. Okay, what can we just like move on? Actually, I'm getting sick of this.
Oh well, you got to remember the incredible cop conversation where there's two cops talking to each other about dog shit bullshit, and the two cops are just like, "I'm a cop. I'm also a cop, and we're doing cop things." Anyway, Fern, get in the cop car.
What are you talking about? The cops do awesome cop things.
The two cops named Latin teacher and coach that Fern like refers to them as.
Yeah.
Also, this fucking, the door slammed. Fern watched Hagar and Miriam, who is Hagar's sister, by the way, through the windshield, standing on their porch, flattened by the tungsten glare. She sat in the stifling hot car, listening to a woman on the radio murmur to herself. And then, Fern is just in the cop car. They take Holly away, back to the maternity house. And, into chapter 35, which is, how many fucking books do we have to read that end in an entire house being destroyed?
Yep. That I was thinking the exact same thing, because we kept mentioning it. But it happens again.
It's the third book for Perusing, and it's happened again, and it's the third one in a row where a house has been obliterated, this time by a witch's spell, because Fern finally says, I don't want to put up with this anymore.
I want to do a thing. I did a thing. I'm adulting.
I'm adulting so hard. She digs into the ground and finds, so earlier in one of the chapters, Hagar takes the storm spell, bottles it up, and puts it in the ground, is like, I'm going to leave that in the ground. And then when somebody finally digs it up, the spell will no longer have potency. Awesome, because Holly didn't pay the price. The spell was unfinished. Fern is like, I don't want to put up with this anymore. Actually, I'm going to do something that I haven't been doing for the last 5 to 6 chapters. I'm going to do, this is her hero moment where she does something. And by do something, she takes the bottle and digs up the bottle and then releases the storm by cutting her tongue with a pair of scissors. And then the storm comes in and blows up the maternity home.
Yep.
And
can you know what was fucking crazy to me? That's it. That's it.
Is she?
Brendan, that's it.
Well, no, it's not over yet. I mean, nothing ever happens. But I mean, that is kind of the last but there's still.
Oh, are you talking about the extra chapter?
Well, I'm talking about chapter 36, where Mrs. Parse gets a hold of her. Because chapter 35 is where they blow up the house with the spell. Chapter 36 is where Mrs. Parse gets a hold of her and it's like, now listen here, you're gonna do this, and I'm gonna make you into my memory hole.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing with this book. You forget about the witches because they're gone for half of it.
Yeah, it's the you will not, since you insist on acting like a child, we call one who can force you to honor your obligation. You will not survive the triple-faced goddess. In her eyes, you are less than a speck.
Oh my God, there's a giantess moment. I clapped. Yes, my queen.
Yeah,
yes,
there's a gigantic moan in the sky. There's a giant creature in the sky. You can only see her eye, and this is supposed to be like Cool Witch shit. This is supposed to be the crux of the Cool Witch shit. But I read it and I was just like, okay,
I'm bored. I don't care. I felt nothing.
The last witch thing was rocks fall out of the sky. So
yeah,
now you're doing we're summoning creature goddess from horror realm. Cool, awesome. Yet another book where not only does Grady Hendrix have a fucking house explode, but also there's a giant, which is also How to Sell a Haunted House. There's a giant puppet kaiju. Now it's a giant woman goddess kaiju. How many times are you going to end your books with there's a giant fucking creature at the end, man? Anyway, Mags, the crazy old lady, just says no, and then
she pulls a Hodor.
She says no.
She actually pulls a Hodor.
And then all the other witches are just like, you know what? Mags is freaking right. Let's just immediately flop on this immediately and just say no.
Actually, we're nice witches.
Let's just flip flop on all the Miss Parse evil stuff. We're the Holly, you want to come with us? And Holly's like, yeah. Holly, you want to bring your baby? Yeah. So it might not work with Holly. I'm old and dying. I mean, give it a shot. Fuck you. And then everybody walks away. Holly and the baby walk with the witches. Holly just leaves with the witches. I guess is going to become the memory hole. And Fern's just like, okay.
Yep.
And then, I mean,
that's it. That's the end of the book, but you do get an epilogue.
End of the book is the dad coming back and being like, so about those tigers, huh? The dad conversation at the end is so fucking, it's so fucking weird.
I mean, I get why, like they explain why it's weird. Cause it's like, my dad, I realized he was also scared.
He was just as scared as I was. Your dad was a fucking dickhead.
Your dad was a piece of shit. Your dad was a monster. Your dad was a
piece of fucking shit. He was a fucking monster, and he was just as scared as I was. Sweet home Alabama. If this movie ended, it would end with if this book was a movie, it would end with Sweet home Alabama. Nothing ever fucking happened.
Oh man. Yeah, the epilogue is
it's Fern, it's Neva writing a letter to her child that she gave away, who ended up being a little girl.
That's another thing. Nothing matters because all of the girls who lost their babies don't lose their babies.
Well, Holly doesn't lose her baby. They never talk to Holly, but like, ooh, Holly is probably like the scary one who told everybody about like told our babies about where to find us or to get in contact with us. The most bullshit thing is like Fern becomes a doula, a fucking midwife, and lives as like a spinster until she's 50, never has another child again, just lives a lonely life helping women give birth, which I understand. Rose gets like a farm and grandchildren and children, and then fucking Zinnia.
And she's an angry lesbian. I love that. Because the entire time they threatened her nephew. Do you remember
that? That's Fern's nephew.
They're like, please don't
Fern's
cut off my penis,
like, oh my
please,
God, lesbians, I can't do this. They're lesbians.
No, lesbians, they're going to cut off my penis. Don't do it.
Auntie Neva, they're lesbians. They're going to cut my penor.
Why? Why is that a thing?
One of the most bullshit things of all fucking time is how much Zinnia had a beautiful, wonderful life with many, many riches and got married to the person who got her pregnant in the first fucking place. And they actually waited for her. And Paul waited for her, and he was a beautiful piano teacher. And actually, they lived forever for decades and decades. She had a very happy ending.
What are we saying here?
What are you doing here, man?
I hate this book, Brendan. I really do.
It's such a promising book in the first half where you think like there is a theme of women empowerment and like empowering women and women kind of breaking through the control that is like imposed upon them, and then immediately it swaps to actually witches are fucked up and evil and you just got to get through the trauma, dumbass. And it just is such a fucking white dude writing women and black people book.
Oh, 100%. Like the white dude writing women thing.
I'm a white dude and I can see this.
The white dude writing women thing is like, it's whatever, honestly. Like, it could be so much worse. But when you mention like, I didn't even realize how often
You didn't even clock that the person who's like the
It's
only
so
other
awkward.
black person was magical.
it's so awkward. It's so awkward. It's so weird. It's so awkward. You're weird. You're weird, man. I don't know. Hey, man, you're weird. You're weird.
Write more about haunted dolls, man. I understand wanting to cover a serious topic. And I do think that for 80% of this book, I will say that I think Grady Hendrix handles the kind of maternity home, women, the pregnancy angle. Like, I believe there's research and care put into how horrifying.
Oh, I mean, there
this
is actually. Okay. So there actually is proper research done, and I know this because in the version of the book, because of course I accidentally bought the fucking special edition book by accident. They actually do mention. Not a foreword, an afterword, I guess.
Be an afterward.
It's like bonus material. It's a reader's guide. There's a reader's guide about the history of maternity homes, and it's very well researched, but also like it's very, very Googleable. So
and also there's like thanks to actual witches covens. So like it's
what? Wait, hold a minute.
yeah,
Hold on a minute.
In the
There's
book, in acknowledgments,
What?
my editor Jessica and I have been locked in an attic with these witches for 14 months and so many drafts, and this wouldn't be the right book without her. I'm also deeply thankful to the following covens: the line of Diana, the line of Sybil, and the line of Hecate.
Hecate. Yeah. Wow, you fucked up. Wow, I did not read. I mean, damn. We have fun here.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that for like a part of it, I'm gonna say this. I think a lot of modern witches covens are kind of fucking lame. And curse me,
your penis is getting so cut off, man.
They're gonna turn my penis into a peanut. No. Well, if all they could think of was we're doing witch shit, there are no boundaries to this. Okay, let's throw rocks and put salt in front of doors.
Lame. You're writing a book. It doesn't have to be real.
I understand wanting to cover the source material seriously. It just kind of I feel like this would have benefited by getting a little bit goofier with it. And I hate saying that because I don't want the source material to kind of be not taken seriously. I do believe that this is at least an interesting read for what it is trying to cover.
Surely there's better books about this exact subject that are also fiction. Surely.
Maybe with less Pepto-Bismol waterfalls.
Yeah, not like there were many of those.
But Billy, morally complex and genuinely haunting. I couldn't put it down once I started, says Paul Tremblay.
Paul Tremblay, I don't like Paul Tremblay's writing that much, man. So this is telling. I'm such an asshole. What the fuck?
I think that this is definitely an airport read, and it's okay as an airport read. I think that it handles the source material.
Your mom will read this.
Your mom will read this.
It.
Your mom will enjoy it. And like the misgivings that I have are how weirdly written some characters are. The constant need to constantly introduce new characters as like
actually, that's in the epilogue they name. Like, because the epilogue is written like Fern is writing to Charlie Brown her baby that she gave away. And she actually names she names everybody that was at the house, and it is a paragraph. So yeah, too many characters, methinks.
It's the constant need to like. I understand why they did that. The idea that you're introducing all these characters and they get single word names is also to kind of sell you on how like women are constantly entering and leaving the place. But
but the thing, we don't have to explain why that is. We know why that is. It's just it's still going to be confusing though.
It's still going to be confusing and jarring no matter how you do it. And I will say that for a good 60 to 70% of this book, it's not the worst fucking thing ever. It's unfortunate that a good 20 to 30% of it is the worst fucking thing ever.
I don't know about worse. I know about boring.
I mean, that's the worst fucking thing ever. I would rather it be bad or good rather than, okay, this is getting resolved in I understand why it is resolved that way. I understand it is hopeless and Fern has lost all hope. I understand why there's a giant goddess and a magical black person and I I think in the second half, it's just, this stinks.
This book just sucks, man. I don't like books anymore.
There should have been like a, dude, there's witches. They should have been casting crazy spells like turn poop into gold. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I wanted a horror schlock. And what I got for a good 50% of it was well thought out to decent exploration of maternity homes, a subject that I was not knowledgeable about before. And I appreciated gaining that knowledge.
I didn't even know those were a thing. So,
and then I immediately about halfway, I was like, okay, we got to do a bit more witch stuff. We got to do just a bit more. I needed like 15 to 20% witch stuff.
Yeah. I needed sauce and there was none. I needed salt and it was all on the floor full of carpet lint. You like that? That was thematic, Brennan.
It reminds me of like, it's the horror author tradition to like fumble the ending. It reminds me of like the ending to Christine for some reason, where I really hated the book ending, but the movie ending is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
The book ending for Christine was like, and then I took a sewage truck and then I rammed it into Christine and then I did it again and again and again. And then she got all covered in dookie and then we crushed her into a cube. And maybe the car is alive and crazy, but like I hit her with a sewage truck over and over again. It's like, why a sewage tanker? What are you thinking about poop for, Mr. King? Why not like a semi truck or like the car crusher, like the movie?
It's dookie time.
And I think the ending fumbles quite a bit in the last couple of chapters, but I will say I enjoyed Fern's kind of adventure, this stressors, and until Zinnia started to go, I'm the smartest woman alive, I'm so fucking right, and Fern immediately just wrapped in upon herself. I did enjoy it, along with like, I'm glad that Holly got to do witch shit in the end, and it's just out there in the book universe doing crazy witch shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
So what did you think, Billy? Would you recommend Witchcraft for Wayward Girls?
No, it's boring.
I wouldn't recommend it either.
No, I would recommend I would recommend looking up, fucking researching Wayward Homes yourself, honestly.
Look at the maternity homes, yeah.
Like that, it is very interesting. It's a horrific fucking part of U.S. history, and it's very interesting, but this book.
But shout out to women, they got it rough, and like I respect women 20% more than I did before, so we're up to negative 40% now.
Holy shit, dude, calm yourself.
I'm kidding. We're at 120%. We're at 120%.
Wow. Yeah, this book sucks. I don't fucking know. Grady Hendrix keeps losing. I'm fucking doing the Fortnite emote where I'm grabbing my crotch and dancing.
I am glad you picked this one, because by the end, that was just I first half, not gonna lie, had me in the first half.
I kind of thought it was gonna be. I was thinking, ooh, I like these setups. We got some setups going on. Things are gonna go crazy later. No. Stinky dookie. Go read books, but don't read this one.
Go read books. Books is good for you.
Good books, but not this one.
Read this book if you see it at an airport and you're bored. That would probably be my recommendation. Is like,
dude, fucking if you're at the airport, you're not and you spend $60 on this because you know it's going to be $60. Run away. Actually, it's probably going to be more like $40 or some shit, realistically, but still.
If you read it at an airport, if you're a fast reader, if you're a slow reader, don't bother. But if you're a fast reader, you could probably read it. You'll get something out of it.
It is like 500 pages or so, right? Yeah. It's like 500 pages. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can recommend.
I read 200 pages last night, so like I
read the final chapters in one like evening, so
I would give like a light recommendation to. It's a good introduction to the topic in some ways, and also you get so much Bippy posting.
You do get a lot of Bippies.
You get a lot of Bippies without those Bippies.
Ooh, you get a lot of Bippies. And Pepto-Bismol Waterfall and Charlie Brown.
All right, Billy, play us out.
That was the show. Bye.
This was really good. I like that.
I don't know what I was going for, actually. Hey, thanks so much for listening. This episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Art of Vaughan, Avery Pascal, Boopoo Lou, Brain Soup, Brass, Cassandra Crash, Chipples, Chris Chapman, Dirt Eater 2713, DX Studios, Edward McMillan, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Frogsbite, Geef, Guidrion, Heretic Shark, I Love Waifus, I am Scarf. I am Scarf. Jack of all Korgs, Lambda Man, Lucavia, Moraine, Mr. Starchy, Mr. Shirt, Presta Husk, Quarry, Rat Supreme, Rudolph Fluff, Sir Borblo Blisterstaff, Sponge Guy, The Frost Ace, Toucan Farbin, Tyler Hall, Wake, and Woodstock. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time if we ever bring this show back. Yeah, by the way, this is the last episode of this show because I don't have enough time to work on this anymore, and I am dying, and I have 60 to 70 hour work weeks a lot, and I don't want to do that anymore because it hurts. Bye.